Hey guys, so I never really talk about books, and I actually really love reading. So I have 4 books today that I have previously read that I really like, that I think you guys should read, that I'm going to talk about. The first two I had to read one of them for school, for like summer reading, but my 10th grade teacher told me I should read both of them, and I really trusted his book choices because he had always chose books that I really liked to read in class. So yeah, the first one is My Sister's Keeper. It was a really long book, but I actually really liked it. Um, One, the story was really great, and there was a bunch of like mini stories kind of entwined in it because each chapter is written as a different person. Like sometimes they write as the main character, sometimes they write as her brother, sometimes they write as a lawyer, etc. And it's a story about a girl whose sister um, has cancer, and she was actually genetically engineered to be a perfect match for her sister, so she could donate a kidney to her sister, because her brother wasn't a match. And it's all about her fighting for the right to her own body, and the ending is kind of a twist that you don't really expect, and I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys should definitely read it. It's a very interesting writing style. I have never read many books. I've rarely read books that have each chapter written as a different character, and I really liked it. So that's My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. The second one was The Dogs of Babel by Carolyn Parkhurst, and the book looks like this. I also really loved this book. It's about a woman who, you kind of go back and forth between her past and his present, and how it tells you how they met in their life before what happened. The woman dies, and they don't know how, because the only witness to the death was the dog. So the man, the husband, tries desperately to figure out how his wife passed away, and through trying to teach his dog how to talk, he finds small clues that lead him to figure out exactly why she passed away, such as he winds up calling this hotline that his wife had called, and finally gets the woman his wife talked to, and she talks about the reading that she gave her, and then it all ends with the message of why she passed away being in the fact that his bookshelf was completely reorganized. Her entire message to him was written out in book titles, which I thought was really cool. But it's a really good read. It's a quick read. I read it in about a couple days, just because I had a bunch of other things going on. I could have read it in one day easily, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. The next one is Why I Let My Hair Grow Out. I'm not gonna lie to you, I bought the book solely because I wanted that haircut. But when I did read it, I enjoyed it. It's a really kind of... Oh, it still has a security sensor in it. Oh, because I can never get it off, that's why. It has a really weird kind of story. The girl is pretty rebellious. They send her away to England, not England, Ireland or Scotland, and she pretty much winds up drinking and things when she's there, or hitting her head on something, and going between real life and not real life, like fantasy, living as 2 different people, and completing and saving the other world that she's in whilst making the best of a bad situation, because her parents kind of sent her there as a punishment. It was a really interesting book to read, and I really liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a really good book, and I always have kept this book out because I've read it quite a few other times, and it's also a really interesting book to just have decorating my room because, you know, it's a really cool cover. And then the last book is Hard Love. this book is amazing. It's by far one of my favorite books. I forgot to tell you who wrote this one. This one's by Maryrose. And then this is by Ellen Wittlinger. This story is about a boy named John, whose pen name is Giovanni, who writes an independently made magazine, and he lives in a place where a bunch of other teenagers make independent magazines, and through bringing his magazines to the store / being at the store that the magazines get brought to a lot, he becomes very curious about this girl that writes a magazine called Escape Velocity, and her name is Maryrose, and he winds up getting the courage to talk to her, and only by telling her only his pen name. He doesn't tell her his real name until after they've gotten to know each other. They wind up hanging out a lot and going to a concert and having sex, but the part about having sex that kind of sucks for him is he starts falling in love with her. He gave her his virginity, and she is a lesbian and does not feel the same about him, but tries to force herself to feel the same way about him because her mother wants her to, and she feels as though she needs to be like other girls because that's what her mom wants, and she wants to make her mom happy even though she cannot stand her mom for that reason. And then they wind up going to Cape Cod together. I think it was Cape Cod. I'm pretty sure it's Cape Cod. And whilst there, Maryrose meets these two lesbians who she bonds with, and winds up leaving Gio there and telling him that she needed to get out, she needed to take the opportunity that had arisen, that she needed to escape while she could, which is why her magazine name is significant. It's called Escape Velocity, because she finally gained the momentum to be able to escape, and she winds up leaving him, and it's the only time he's ever felt anything for anyone is what he felt for her. And the story about their love it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I love that there's pages in the book that are written like letters and handwriting, and there's excerpts from the magazines that these kids write and things like that, and I just really enjoyed it. Yes, they go to Cape Cod. They go to Provincetown, which is an all-gay town. I've been there. It's a really great place. And then at the end of the book, you see this. It's called, this is like just a song, and it's called Hard Love by Bob Frank, and it's the lyrics to the song. And I'm not entirely sure if the song was based on the book or the book was based on the song. I'm not really sure. But either way, I've quoted the song quite a bit. There is a quote in the song, that says, "Love is never wasted, even when it's hard love," and I've quoted that many times. So yeah, and the reason that I'm doing this 4 little book thing is because my friend Emily actually needed help on her project about this book that I had read, so I started drawing pictures for collage for her. Some are really crappy, and then others are like pretty good, and slightly unfinished, but it made me it reminded me how much I really love reading, because I went through and I reread certain parts of this book to be able to help her properly, and I haven't really had time to read that much since my mom passed away. The book that I'm currently reading is called 13 Reasons Why, and I haven't read it in a couple months. I put it down for a while because I've just been so caught up in other things, but I'm really happy that she had this project because it's reminded me how much I do enjoy reading, and I am going to pick up 13 Reasons Why again starting tonight or tomorrow, and then I have a couple other books that I've bought and never read that I can read, which is good because I don't have money to buy books right now. So getting on a reading kick without books and without money to buy them is not really a good thing. But I do have a few books that I need to read or finish reading. I've started quite a few books and just kind of put them down because I wasn't into that style at the moment. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And if you do enjoy this kind of video, definitely let me know because I watch All That Glitters 21. And she does this thing called Gliterature where she'll do a book haul and then she'll do a review on a book or something like that. And I really enjoy watching videos like that. I don't think enough videos like that are on YouTube. So if you do enjoy this, make sure you let me know so I can do another one. And if you didn't enjoy it, let me know that too in a private message. And until next video, I'll talk to all of you guys soon. Bye!